everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. Today's video is going to be an eyeshadow tutorial. This is a look that I had worn in my What I Eat in a Day video. And I got so many requests on that video for the eyeshadow tutorial that I decided that I should really probably film my eyeshadow before I make other things. But anyway, I had to go back, figure out what I had done, and make the tutorial for you today. But since conveniently I list all the makeup that I'm wearing in the information box below the video, I could just look in there and see what I was wearing. In this tutorial though, this is the finished look. And let me just zoom in quickly so you can get a good look at it. It's kind of a peachy gray, sparkly, not sparkly, but what would you call it? Satiny look. And this one I used a combination of, whoops, wrong way. I used a combination of eyeshadows from two different brands. It was NYX and MAC. And unfortunately, when people tried to replicate the look, they went out to buy the NYX shadows, and I guess a couple of them are unavailable. I probably got them maybe a year ago, and I didn't realize that they changed over that fast, so I normally wouldn't use something that is not available in an eyeshadow tutorial, but it wasn't a tutorial, it was just a video about something else, and so I happened to use shadows that weren't available. So I have looked around to try to see what might be a close match for it, and the ones that were a problem in this were the NYX Aloha, which is the below the crease kind of, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like a satin, pale mauve pink, peachy kind of color. And for that one, I saw Sin. Sin is from the Urban Decay Nakeds palette. It's not a single one that you can buy, but if you have Urban Decay Nakeds, that maybe you could use Sin, or you could use MAC Orb for that. Now the NYX S.O.S. looked to me to be kind of close to MAC's Coquette. I don't know if they really are. In the video, when I'm doing them, I swatch it on my fingers so you can get a good look at what color it really is, and then maybe you can find something. You can use pretty much, any colors that you have. So let's get started with the tutorial. First product I'm going to use is the NYX eyeshadow base in white. And with that, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics concealer brush. I use this to put on my eyeshadow base most of the time, because I find my fingers, I'm just a little too messy about it. Alright, so we're just going to put this on the lower part of the lid below the crease. So we're actually going to use two eyeshadow primers here today, a lighter one for the lid, and then MAC Paint Pot in Painterly for above the crease, because I really want the lid to pop and look much lighter in this eye look. So we're just going to take that, and you can put a little bit in this inner corner here just to lighten that up. Now using the same brush and MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, take a little bit of that and put it above the crease. And you can put that all the way up, pretty much to your eyebrow, and as far out as you're going to be able to put your eyeshadow. I find with a hooded eye you can't really go out too far because a lot of people's hoods really kind of drag down there, and anything that goes out wide does not look so good. My hoods are improving day by day, and I'm telling you, I think it's the Retin-A. So anyway, mine seem to be getting better. My eyelid skin seems to be getting better. So, okay, I'm just going to do the other eye off camera for every step. And now there's both eyes with both primers on. The next shadow I'm going to be using is NYX, and this is a little sparkly, kind of a pale peachy color. There's the swatch, and this is called Aloha. So I'm going to use this Real Techniques small shading brush. I'm just going to pick up a little of that color there, tap the brush off, and then I'm just going to place this right on my eyelid where the white primer was. I'm going to go a little bit above my crease to create the illusion of a bigger eyelid. So in order to find the spot where you want it to go, is you basically want to press in to where your bone is. So right underneath the bone is where you want to go up to. So that's right under there. Your medium colors will go above that bone, and all your darker colors will stay right along the line of that bone. So where my natural crease is, I'm just going to place this right above there, and then come right back into the corner of my eye. So I'm not going to drag it out here. I'm just going to go right to the corner and then come back in. Here is the NYX Aloha on both eyes. For my mid-tone, I'm going to use MAC Satin Eye Shadow. Come on. Again, focus MAC in Era. And the IT Cosmetics crease brush. Just going to swirl the tip of that in there. And then again, like I said, we're looking for that bone. So with this, you're going to kind of stay above the bone. So above where you put Aloha. And you're just going to put that back and forth, kind of in a windshield wiper motion, to shade that entire part of the eye. And this is a nice mid-tone color, so you're not shading it really dark. So it's not creating a huge contrast up there. It's just making that part of where my eye is hooded and tends to come forward. It's just making it, giving it the illusion of receding. And again, I'm not going out far to the side here. I'm keeping everything from my eyebrow down to the corner of my eye. I'm keeping everything inside there. If you don't have any problems out here, you can sweep it out, but for, a day look, I like to keep everything inside that imaginary line where my eyebrow, if you connect the eyebrow to the outer corner of the eye. If your eyelid skin is really crepey and you can't go in a back and forth motion without dragging and causing the skipping that happens sometimes, you should just put it on in an up and downward motion. So start at the highest point of where you want the eyeshadow to be. Just kind of half close your eye and tip your head back and draw it down into the crease. And that's how you would apply if you have really super crepey skin and you can't do the back and forth. But what I find is that a lot of the brushes, shorter brushes that are flat, it really does drag the skin around. These really tall, fluffy brushes are perfect for older, crepey hooded lids because they don't drag the skin around. Now to create the depth, I'm going to use another NYX shadow. This is NYX S.O.S. This one may also be unavailable, in which case MAC's Coquette might be a good substitution, and here's what it swatches like. This is a matte gray. Okay, and with this I'm going to use my Chikuhuru Z10 eyeshadow brush, and the tip looks like this. It's very small and very pointed and very soft, which is why I like this, because we're going to create that little outer V, or outer backwards 7, as Nisha called it in a recent video. But it's not going to be big. On this look, it's going to be like a baby V or a baby 7, just to accentuate that outer corner and give it a little depth. So I'm just going to pick up just a little bit of eyeshadow on the tip of my brush. Okay, and then I'm just going to take that and I'm going to turn my brush so it's kind of aiming between the outer corner of my eye and my eyebrow. Lift up my eyebrow so I get a nice smooth palette there to apply it to, because if I let everything hang down and try to apply it like that, I've got all these creases that it's going to fall into. There's 2 big creases there, so you've got to lift your eyebrow up and kind of close your eye half down, and then just draw a little line from the outer corner of your eye, aiming up towards your eyebrow, but you're only going until you see this little darkness of the underside of your brow bone. Okay, so you're just going to just draw that ever so lightly right up there, and then just a little bit, flick it just a little bit across right underneath that brow bone. Okay, so that's all you're doing. And then I take a clean Sonia Kashuk crease brush to blend with. And then I just take this and I just blend it in small circular motions. And kind of go up and over across that brow bone. I don't want it to get in here and muddy up this nice pale Aloha color, so I just want to take it and grab the color and blend it up and over. Just like that. Alright? And then if you want, you can pull it up a little higher over here. And that's pretty much it. All right, now we're going to move on to eyeliner. For this look, I had used this Stila mechanical pencil, and it is in the color Triggerfish. This one I'm putting in the waterline beneath. This is just a nice soft gray. And then above, I'm not going to do tight lining, I'm just going to put it above my top lashes. Gosh, I'm having trouble getting it started. Oh my gosh, I think it's going to be one of those days. One of those days where I get the eyeliner all over my face. All right, and I just like to do a little flick at the corner and then just connect those two lines. So next we will go ahead and do the mascara. Milani Total Lash Cover Mascara with 3-zone brush. And now it's done. There's the finished eyeliner. I hope that you can find colors to make this look work for you and give it a try. It's a really pretty look and I really enjoyed wearing it, and thank you so much for liking it so much that you wanted to see a tutorial of it. So have a great day everybody and take care. I will see you next time.